Okay, so just a demo. This is sort of what I'm looking at for a fire. Basically, you're gonna need just some stuff to catch a spark, some dry moss. This stuff is paper birch bark, just the outer bits, the very dry outer bits. This is really good for tinder, for catching a spark. You want some really small kindling, like, need some of that. And then basically what you're gonna do is just build up as you go. So then you have some larger kindling, pencil diameter, maybe more. I'm gonna go grab some more of that. I'm gonna build that up, and then down here I just have a big block. Basic safety, have water. I've got a bucket of water down here. You should be mindful of where the wind is coming from, if it's windy, and just be near water, have water. We're on a lake, so I have a lot of water actually. So if I need it, which I shouldn't. Really, that's sort of the basic layup. You go, small, large, or just building it up. Fire really needs fuel, and it needs oxygen. If you take away one of those, the fire will go out. So that's a good thing to know. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a little more wood, and then I'll strike the fire. Okay, so there's my fire lay. There's a little bit of troubleshooting that always has to go on here, but got my small stuff at the bottom, my bark, all my dry stuff, and then my larger stuff at the top. It's the tiny kindling, larger kindling, a couple of the medium logs. I'll show you. I'll use the fire starter, a little 1-inch spark light. And no other way. I want to show you this lovely trout I got just out of the lake over there. I'm gonna get him on the fire, get him on a stick, and get him over the fire for you. So this is actually not a bad cooking fire. When you have a cooking fire, you don't want flames, you want heat. So you want it to kind of fire up and then burn down into ash. Like if you can see down in there where that's glowing, that's still active. I can hold my hand about 1.5 inches away from it, and it gets pretty hot. That's what you want. These actually fell off the stick, but they're okay. Any sort of meat over this, vegetables, root vegetables, anything really. So, I'll show you more over here. This is the bit that just came out. It sort of fell in the ash a little bit, so I had to scrape all the ashes off. But, I mean, if you cook it up well enough, it's exactly like what you get off a grill. I mean, this is cooked fish. So yeah, I'll finish up those last 2 bits and then put the fire out. So after cooking for about 20 minutes or so, this is what you get. One thing you have to watch out for trout is bones, but that's not a huge deal. I'm happy with it. See, it's all flaky. There are a lot of little bones in there though, so watch out, but actually not too bad. Trick to finding the bones: go slowly, be careful, and look. It's like, that's a bone right there. If you find one bone, you're probably going to find more. They usually lie sort of right as the fish flakes, so you're going to want to flake it apart and just be really careful. But no, I mean, it's really good. This very fresh, incredibly local fish. It's almost like salmon a little bit. does have a flavor, as a mild sort of flavor, but it's really good. So yeah, like for example, all down here, I actually took the bones out of here before I cooked it. But right along there, every little flake would have a bone in it usually, but I took them all out, so it's not too bad. I didn't realize until just now, it's actually really nice, is to take the tail, so it's just the tail, and right around the base of the tail, you just kind of chew on it and suck on it. There's a lot of bone and not a lot of meat, but there's this fatty taste. It actually tastes a lot like salmon fat, the stuff you find in salmon, and it is really good. It's a little fishy. It tastes a little bit like how fishy smell is, but it's pretty good. So that's what you can do with the tail.